Time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace, former Ottawa Senator Jason York, and Graham Nichols.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the show. Brent Wallace, Jason York, Graham Nichols. You know what, Yorkie? We're going to take out former Ottawa Senator out of the opening because no one knows you as an Ottawa Senator. They just know you as co-host of the show.
Podcaster. It was, I'm telling you,
games,
man.
Nobody knows.
No. I like it better. I like rolling as a podster, though.
Just call him a Hoff. Just take a senator, former Ottawa senator, right? Hoff.
Hoff. Hey, listen, I was at Greyhawk. I got to give a shout out to start the show off here to my man John, the starter at Greyhawk. I wheeling up to the first tee with my son Jack, Abraham, and my son-in-law Blair, and John's like, I recognize that voice, and he goes, "You're on that crazy show, the stuff you guys talk about." He goes, then he comes back, he's coming in hot, and I'm like, John. And I go, hate to ask this, but how old are you? He goes, I'm 79. And John looks like he's about 59. I'm like, there's no way you're 79. So we had a great chat, teed off, striped one, 280 down the middle. Wally went on to win the match against my son. I'm still unbeaten against Jack. But and then we're on the 12th hole, and then I run into a guy in front of us, a little bit of a log jam. He's like, hey, Yorkie, coming in hot. So anyhow, and he's in his mid-20s, so we're hitting all areas, Graham. We've got all the way to 79 with John, and then the young guy on, he didn't give me his name, by the way, probably about 25. We're right. Wally, you're always worried saying our demographics getting it's
He's always worried about the demographics.
We're everywhere, Wally. Well, you know, some when we reference 1980s movies, sometimes we might lose the younger generation. But we got to look after the Johns of the world, and I think it was maybe Cody in front of them. We got to get rid of look after the Codys too.
Cody's a Gen Z kind of. Is that what it is? Gen Z now?
I have no idea. I got nothing.
By the way, the show brought to you by Bet365. Yes, Yorkie, go ahead.
Like how I slid that chit chat in. Listen, I was making my coffee during our green room discussion, and Wally's like, "We don't have time for any chit chat today. Lots to talk about."
We might have some time at the end for show and tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he said to me when I locked in, Yorkie, I'm like, we have so much to talk about today. He's like, well, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. I'm like, oh, yeah.
So, you know what's going to happen? I tweeted this out last night. Mark my words, Graham. The Mugmobile will happen. It's got to happen. I'm sitting there watching Netflix last night with Laurel, and even she said, she says, that would be great for your guys' show if Wally drove around in the Mugmobile. I know. I go be great with the coffee cup on the top with the dried ice it looks like it's a warm coffee at all times. Going to events, like imagine we put on a charity golf event and the Mugmobile is parked right outside the event. Like it just would draw people. Show up at fundraisers. We do a podcast on site. It just makes so much sense, Graham. Like it makes so much sense.
If I showed up with the Mugmobile, would it just be called like a mugging?
Let's see. That's for our older demographic. See, right now, John's killing himself laughing at that joke.
Cody, not so much. Why do I let you? All right. Well, we got to move on.
All right, let's go. What do you got?
Time to drop the gavel.
Hey, listen, you're supposed to replace that for a bigger gavel.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Like
we need bigger props.
It's sufficient.
Yeah.
Oh, God, one last time. Ahead.
One last story. I got to give one more shout out. To Mike at the Royal Ottawa. Mike, who works at the Royal Ottawa, does a great job. One of the managers. He is, Graham, the doppelganger for Ron Burgundy. I swear to God, he is a young Ron Burgundy. Looks
Did
just
you take a
like
photo?
him. I'm going to get one. I'm going over tomorrow, and he's going to give me one. And we're going to go side by each. Mike, Burgundy. I think two people have never been seen in the same room before. It's uncanny. A young Burgundy, though, like Burgundy in his earlier years, like Burgundy in his late 20s.
We good?
So before Wally moves on, I had a really productive weekend. I have 8 people that I have to give shout outs to.
No,
I'm just kidding.
8.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's not happening.
Oh, yeah, we got stuff to get to. Like, people want reaction, they want comments. Listen,
We got draft. We got
trades.
We got Steve Staios talking that hasn't. Not everybody's excited about. So let's start, shall we? I'm trying to send Jake one last thing with Brady Tkachuk. I know that excites everybody on a Monday morning. There was lots of coming from Bruce Garriock, the local writer, about Brady Tkachuk saying for 4 years that he wanted out.
I see what you did there.
I can. I don't disagree with his comment whatsoever. I believe, like, I wasn't around the team 4 years ago, but for the last 2 years, that was always like, well, he's leaving. Like, he's not coming. He's not signing. Like, all that stuff was mentioned. It was widely known. And so, yes, 100% that stuff happened. And I think as this time will go on, you will hear more stuff about things that happened around Brady Tkachuk.
I never heard that portion of it, at least dating back that far. But like the rumblings that I've heard over the past couple of years mostly pertain to Keith talking.
Yes.
At like events and functions. Yeah. And like that's where the rumblings were. Where it's like, we're gonna get him somewhere else. And I think it's a family brand, it's a family business. They want them down south. And I think
Brady just wants to go to a good team.
No. I don't like. I think Florida's going to hurt his brand more than you think, but like, it's just don't lie about it. I think that's like the bitter part where it's just like I just don't believe a word anyone says anymore. It's just like very.
But that's pro sports.
Everything is very maybe everything. Maybe part of me is naive, right? But I think like a lot of what happened over the past like year and a half, 2 years especially, has been really performative, and I think that's a point of frustration for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Media, fans, organization, probably as well.
Yeah, I agree with Graham. Like, you hear stuff all the time. Like, I know people, you guys know people, and for me, like most of it, it came from this was said on a father's trip, or that was said.
Yes.
And there's always, I'll guarantee you guys something. If you went and talked to the parents or talked to whoever, Nick Matenpalo's dad's friend in Finland, and you happen to know that guy, I'm sure he'd say some stuff. Yeah, Nick's wish he was playing more and he's not happy, or whatever the deal is. The difference is Keith Tkachuk's a famous guy and he's always on camera. So when he says stuff, it gets leaked out and you hear it. There's only, and I say this all the time, on every NHL team, there's maybe 4 or 5 really happy people. and if you ever got a whiff of some of the things that are said by family members, by the players themselves, by a player at dinner talking to another player, people would be shocked. Like, shocked. It's like The Office. Not The Office where Michael. It's not The Office where Michael Scott works. Not Michael Scott's office, but everybody that goes to work, you're always complaining. Like, nobody's happy just because it's the NHL and everyone's making tons of money. Everybody thinks everyone's going to be happy. I played with guys that go to the rink that are bitching about putting their skates on. Oh, fuck, I can't believe I have to put my skates on again. Like, I'm so sick of this. And like, you kind of lose sight of, and I say this to my friends all the time, like, when I played the NHL, you are so spoiled. You are so overindulged. It's really tough not to become an asshole. It really is, because you're like, so much is given to you.
But it's not, Yorkie.
Listen, when you get there, I'm not saying guys are assholes. I'm just saying, and most guys aren't. And I'm not saying Brady is, whoever. I'm just saying it's the same, just a different line of work where if you could hear what everybody's saying, it's not to make excuses of saying this, because for sure stuff was happened. For sure stuff was said, but it's not unusual. It's just for this type of thing. It's just the old man talks a lot and it leaks out. So I'm with you on that one, Graham.
Unfortunate. But yes, that stuff is all true. Anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to, like, we've heard rumblings. Like, I know, Yorkie, I think you and I, since we've started this show, like, I don't know, 3 years ago now, we discussed this. Like, it was constant, not constant, but everybody's like, well, he's not signing, or He doesn't want to be like anyway, but you can't prove it. So you can't go, hey, everybody watching, Brady wants it. Like, that's the thing.
The only if you want to look at this glass half full, the worst possible situation of this would have been if he just waited and you end up with nothing. And I'm just going to wait till free agency and get the most bang for my buck, because you could do that. You could do that. You could just play it out. And
okay, let's not paint him like a white knight, though.
No.
He just wanted out 2 years sooner.
But here's the thing, guys. If this team was very good with Brady again this season and they win a round or a second round, it's a lot harder for Brady Tkachuk to be like, hey, guys, I'm out. See you later.
No, it's not.
100% it is. I think they got swept in 4 games. It's like, you know what? I'm going to go now. And I think that's what it is. I think it's just he looks better if he leaves now as opposed to a year from now.
He doesn't look. He'll never look better.
No, it's like I said.
This is as good as it gets for him.
Come on.
I think this is as good as it gets for him, Wally.
Graham, at the end of the day, to steal Thomas Chabot's quote that he loves to use, I'll guarantee you guys, Brady Tkachuk's not going to be in Florida thinking, I wonder what everybody's saying about me. Jeez, he's not going to be listening. Guys move on. They go on to the next chapter and they do their thing. And Ottawa needs to do that too. You move on. I've been doing a little bit of homework, a little bit of digging on Eklund. I'm actually hearing some good things, talking from people in San Jose. I got mixed reviews from them, to tell you the truth. Like people said people said he's small and he plays small. But talking to some people I know in San Jose who I really trust, I've heard some good things. Great on his edges. Because here's the other thing. It is so naive and I don't know the word I'm looking for, to watch a highlight pack of a player and say, yeah, this is the type of player he is.
It's selective bias.
I watched a highlight pack of this guy and he's a really good player. And even when you talk to people, like, you got to be careful who you talk to too. Like, so, and you got to talk to a lot of different people if you want to get a little bit of perspective. But to me, you still have to watch the person in person, not on video, live, see them play over and over again before you really know and can pass a judgment on somebody. And for me, I want to watch Eklund play. I want to see him play here the first 20 games, and then you'll know. Yep. But the good thing is, back to the point I made earlier, I've heard some good things about him. So we'll see. Like Staios is getting roasted right now for some of the moves, but the Eklund one, I am very intrigued to see how he plays with a really good player. And because in San Jose, you made this point last week, Graham.
Yeah.
D are terrible. Forwards, young,
Yep.
not a deep group. So he's coming to a totally different situation. And the point I made a couple weeks ago, Ottawa's in a totally different situation than the Floridas, the Vegas, the Carolinas, and this just in, thanks, Tips. But unfortunately, when you make moves, you have to try and find guys that you think there's more to their game and they're going to pop and they will want to stay with your team. And historically, Swedes have enjoyed playing in Canada. It's a different mentality than a lot of American players. It's just a fact. It's just a reality. So I think it's a really good hedged bet. I actually do. It's a good hedged bet for potentially some really good upside on this trade.
Yeah. I think like you hit the nail on the head. I think like they obviously wanted to target a guy who's, in his 20s, on the verge of potentially breaking out. That's the rationale for going out and getting William Eklund, former top 10 pick. There is the pedigree, there is skill. The concern for me is that the production rates relative to his ice time aren't particularly strong or haven't been at this point. Like, I think if you go back and look at like what's a similar player that Ottawa targeted years ago, it's like Kyle Turris when he was with Arizona. His points production rate relative to his ice time were incredibly strong, but he wasn't getting the minutes. He wasn't getting the responsibilities. With William Eklund, he's had those minutes. He's had those responsibilities. In 24-25, he played with Macklin Celebrini predominantly. Production rates were good. Last year, he didn't. He didn't play with them. He played with Wenberg and Toffoli. And the good news is, removed from Celebrini after a year, production rates stayed the same, which is encouraging in the sense of like, okay, you're removed from one of the best players in the league, but your production rates hold. That's an encouraging sign. And then you talk about San Jose's defense. It's like they don't move the puck that well. They don't have the puck as often as they should. Maybe with Ottawa's defense, who can move the puck effectively with Jordan Spence, Jake Sanderson, Thomas Chabot, there is that ability to hold the offensive zone pressure, to move the puck more effectively, and that's where Eklund can thrive a little bit. But if he can't, and he's just like a 50-point guy, I think that's where the concern is. Like, maybe, he's 23 years of age. He's getting close to that point in his career where it's like, okay, this is what he is. And I think the further you get from being a top 10 pick, you have to stop regarding guys as top 10 picks. It's like, we don't talk about Tyler Boucher like he's a top 10 pick anymore. Now he's just a player within the system who just hasn't had those expectations.
I don't think that's a fair comparison.
I'm not.
You just did.
I'm not. No, but like, I'm not comparing the players and the production. I'm saying, we've had top 10 picks in this organization before, but you don't refer to them as top 10 picks anymore. At some point, they just become a player in your system. And
I understand. He's just the wrong guy.
Graham, you made a really good point on the defense. So, and how many times we talk about those, the Ottawa Senators, when you go back to some of their previous teams. I don't care on any team how good your forwards are.
Yeah.
If you don't have NHL caliber D, and you don't have any D that are real, besides, when you look at San Jose, besides Orlov, that are considered top 4 D, they don't have any. So you can't get out of your puck. You can't get the puck out of your zone efficiently. Your high skilled forwards are never going to get the puck. And when you do, it's going to be in your feet. It's going to be high. It's just like, I'm looking at San Jose's roster last year, just for a refresher. Like, John Klingberg was their number 2 D. Like, this guy was waived throughout the league. And then you go down, you look at Liljegren, another guy on the Sharks, another guy that's a miscast from a bunch of teams. Like, that's just a hodgepodge of defensemen in San Jose. Like, why do you think they're drafting all these D now? Because they worked on their forwards. But I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Putting Eklund in a system where he's getting passes from Sanderson, he's getting passes from Shabbat, Zub, Spence, like guys that can move the puck. Totally different, and in a good system, a team that's ready to win. So, like I said, I want to see him play, and then it's just everyone just reacts so quickly, and they want a reaction.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Let's see how it plays out. There's tons of good players on this team. Eklund with the only negative is his size, but the things I'm hearing is he competes for a little guy. And hey, last time I checked, Stankoven's pretty small.
Oh yeah, exactly. Jackson Blake's not very big either. And you were talking about production rates, but like in the postseason, forwards can't do anything if the defense isn't good. We saw that firsthand with Ottawa in the first round, right? We saw that absolutely. So I think there are some encouraging signs. There's some positive things to bet on, but I think like there's a lot of pressure on Steve Staios to win that, like get something valuable in this deal. And they're betting a lot on William Eklund being a guy who can pop. If he doesn't, it's gonna raise concerns. And I know we're gonna talk about shiny toys later in the show, Wally, and I'll come back to this point later. But if he doesn't pop, there's gonna be a lot of people maybe in retrospect saying, "Shit, maybe we should have kept that. Maybe we should have kept that top 10 pick," because we'll get into that stuff later. But I think there's a lot of pressure on Steve Staios.
I just, if this team was rebuilding,
there's pressure. There's pressure on everybody. Everybody's got pressure.
100%. If this team was rebuilding, or like weren't where, hey, we're talking about trying to make a big step here to be top 2 in the Atlantic or whatever, then the Eklund thing doesn't bother me. It's where they're at in their cycle. Yes. And their lack of a top 6 left winger that's a really dominant guy. When you take out a Brady Tkachuk, I know you don't replace him. You won't win the trade. But, man, it just feels like this is not a better team than it was.
And not just that, Wally. You've got Jake Sanderson and Tim Stützle in their deals. They're inexpensive long-term deals, and you can't afford to piss away any years of that window. Just having like a downturn. So
like Thomas Chabot and Drake Batherson. I didn't mean to cut you off. Put Thomas Chabot and Drake Batherson in that group. Even add Linus Ullmark. Like, you've got this core, and now it doesn't feel like you are close. And Shane Pinto. Like, I just don't. I don't like it. It feels hollow to me.
The thing the thing with Eklund, and one of the things I've been kind of preaching the last little while, is Ottawa needed to get faster. So a lot of people are saying, well, look at what St. Louis just gave to get McTavish, and Ottawa had those assets. And I like Mason McTavish a lot as a player. Great kid.
Can you stop putting a C in his name?
whatever. That's what I call them. And I've watched.
I get people in the comments spelling out his name for you.
How am I saying it wrong?
It's McTavish, not McTavish.
Oh, stop it! You're like the people
Finish
on
it.
Twitter.
Finish it, Yorkie.
The Twitter. The one thing I'll say about Mace, and I love him as a player, he's not increasing your team speed up front. And when I look at Ottawa's forwards, and I look at how the playoffs are played, and I look at how Carolina just won a cup, they're so quick on pucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ottawa, to me, needed to get faster. And the biggest thing you see on Eklund's scouting report, and for people I talked, is skating ability.
Yeah.
And I just that's it. That's something I'll guarantee you when they were looking at guys around the league. How do we increase our team speed? How do we get a guy that's young? How do we get a guy that's going to pop in the future? We see more upside. And most importantly, how do we get a guy that's going to want to be part of this group here, is going to be part of the solution moving forward? Because too many guys in today's game, they have, I'm going to go here for a little bit, and then I'm going to move on. And it's like, this is just going to be a little pit stop for them. So that's why they made the deal.
And even with the long-term contracts, right? Like we talk about Brady having the long-term contract with a no move. It's like the long-term contract doesn't mean anything anymore, Yorkie. Because once a player wants out, he's like, I've got a no move, full no
Detroit,
move.
Detroit, it does.
Yeah. Well, they're finding out right now too, right? Like once you publicly ask for a trade, you've got a full no move. You're in control of the process from there. And so like long-term deals don't even matter that much anymore.
Yeah. Hey, well, we surprised Stevie there. He's like, you know what? We got a 5-year deal here. He's going to play it out for a bit.
They did that to Danny Heatley. Remember, he came to camp the first day of camp. They moved him. Dylan Larkin will not be on the ice for training camp.
He's trying to create leverage where there isn't.
Really?
Well, you just said, Stevie Y said he's going to not make a deal unless he needs to.
There's zero chance he's sitting out. Zero chance. And going to forfeit his salary?
He will be traded before that.
I don't know.
Okay. I will. Maybe we should see if there's a Bet365 on that. Here is Steve Staios on acquiring William Eklund.
We're really pleased to bring William Eklund into our team. And, Brady had asked for a trade. We're not going to replace Brady. But we bring in a different type of player. And I'm excited to see on his skill set with our team, in particular with our top-end players. We have more shooters than playmakers. And bringing in a player of Williams' skill and playmaking ability, I think I'm interested to see how it goes, but we feel like it's a very good fit.
So the one thing that came out of that clip that everybody picked up on is, wait, we got more shooters than playmakers? Pardon? Now, I will say Ottawa finished eighth in the league in goals for and 8th or 9th in shots per game for. So maybe they do have more shooters, but it doesn't feel like that in the lineup.
They get scoring from depth, right? It's quality of depth is where they get their production. And across 4 lines, like their bottom 4. Their fourth line could score. They have 2 420 goal scorers on it, and Fogle and Zetterlund. I think losing Tkachuk, it hurts. Like you can't replace 30 goals. That's the biggest thing. And like Eklund isn't a goal scorer. He scored 15 and 18 goals across the last 2 seasons. So like stylistically, I'm kind of curious to see how Eklund fits in. But I don't think anyone can honestly look at Ottawa's roster. Jake can probably put it up quickly. Like with the exception of Cousins, Batherson, who's just as good of a playmaker as he's a shooter, and Pinto and Zetterlund. I guess you have 4 guys who can probably considered shoot first players, and everyone else is just, I guess Fogle, I guess you could consider the same thing, but he's more of a grinder type anyways. But I just feel like they have more playmakers. But maybe that's just me. Even if you include Giroux, if you're assuming Giroux comes back as well, I don't know. I just wonder where the goals are going to come from.
We will get to that.
Yeah, I would say Batterson's the guy you can be your 30 goal scorer. If Timmy shoots the puck more, and he has scored in the past, what's Timmy's career high? What is he, high 30s? 39. But I don't know. Last time I checked, 39 goals as a goal scorer. Cousins, 30 goal scorer. Right there, there's 3 30-goal scorers. Unfortunately, in the NHL, Like everybody thinks like every team has a 50 goal scorer. They don't. So you got 330. To me, Pinto, you put Pinto, you give him, and with Brady Tkachuk gone, you give him some more looks on the power play. That guy's got a great shot. Like he's got that great release, those little plays to the middle of the ice, those slide passes from Giroux. Pinto to me is a 25 goal scorer all day long. Like Zetterlund, guy that can shoot the puck pretty good. Burakovsky, who I know we're going to get to here in a bit, he is the intriguing one to me because I'm hearing so many different things on him, especially last year, Wally, just a tale of two different people. First half Burakovsky and second half Burakovsky. So hopefully for Ottawa, they're getting first half Burakovsky from last year.
Mm-hmm.
I probably butchered his name too.
Yes, you did. Absolutely. But I was going to let it go.
Listen, when I do broadcasts, you guys don't understand the work I go through when I do a Hockey Night in Canada broadcast. I have to go to the skate, talk to the player, then I go back to my hotel room because I know I butcher names, and then I write it out phonetically. So I put the hyphens between then I put the tough names in massive font on my paid picture with exclamation marks and the proper way how to say it. Because if you mispronounce a name during a game, which you would think would be very difficult for me, you are getting butchered. Maybe fired, Wally.
Especially if you're outside the market.
Oh, so you get crucified.
Right? So, yeah. Anyway, okay. So you brought up Andre. I forget. Did you call him
last name?
Well, I'm trying to think of the way he said it.
Burakovsky?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I'll figure it out later.
All right. Well, here is anyway, we're way off topic now. Here is
traffic.
Well, I was gonna say off topic and then off anyway. Here is Steve Staios on Andre Burakovsky.
He's a transporter of the puck. He's good with the puck. He's a big body, and it wasn't. I can understand the question because he's not a target to go and get, but when you look at the depth and what he can bring in the right environment, in the right setting, and again, it wasn't. This isn't something that I thrust upon, our scouts or our coaches. Like we worked on this and we dug in on it, and it started to make sense as we kind of went through it. We feel like he's another piece for our roster that Travis could use, and I think he can use him in a lot of different areas. Well, I don't want to get into names, but I think I've acquired players that have been in situations where weren't playing very well, and then we brought them in and things moved in the right direction. We were very pleased with the player. We feel like there's a good chance that this is the thing with Burakovsky and getting him in the right environment.
I don't like this trade. I don't see the fit. So
you
that's
can
why
like
I don't
the
like
player. You can like the player, Wally. But the cost.
But in this
roster,
roster, does it make sense? Are you going to play? So I know he doesn't make, but he has caps hit of 5.5. And if Fabian Zetterlund is on the other side, you are spending $10 million on your fourth line.
I don't think he's playing on the fourth line. Like he played on his off wing last season.
So put so here's where
he might be your he might be your second line right winger.
Okay, so that's what I'm getting to. Put the line back up, lines, please, Jake. So as of right now, by the way, Claude Giroux is left off the list because he has not signed. So everybody just chill. Would you, because he I don't know if I made the clip. I don't know if there's the part where Steve Staios says, well, we have too many centermen, but they can play wing, which stood out to me. So are we looking at, I know Ridley Gregg is a centerman playing the wing, but are we talking about Dylan Cousins, perhaps? Are we talking about Shane Pinto moving to the wing? I don't know how this all shakes out, but I can't see Andre Burakovsky playing on a fourth line, and he's not playing on a third line because he doesn't play any defense. So it's either a second line, top two or the bottom four.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him playing on his off wing on the second line.
So apparently he did play a lot of right side this year.
I watched him play. So I did a game. It was a Flames Chicago game early in the season, and I was really impressed. Saw the Burakovsky that won 2 cups. Like he's a big guy. Like, he's big, he protects pucks, he can skate. And Steve called him a transporter of the puck. What that means is carries the puck. Like, carries the puck. He can make plays. But then I saw him again in the second half, and it was a totally different player. The report I got on him, because that's just my 2 games eye test watching him, saw 2 totally different players, was the exact same scouting report guys are telling me in Chicago, saying first half, the guys I know and talked to said they thought this was an absolute steal when they got him in Chicago last year. You guys remember, Chicago got off to that great start. People were talking about Chicago has turned the corner. They're going to be a team to deal with. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't just Burakovsky. That whole team fell off a cliff. Like, they were terrible in the second half. They lost a ton of games. And what I heard on Burakovsky is he just started turning the puck over.
But there was a concussion involved.
Got hit. But
hit him late in November, and he wasn't the same after that.
Yeah, that's not an excuse. Like, I've been hit in the head, and all of a sudden I don't forget how to play hockey. Like, a month later, like, you're a pro. Like, it doesn't matter.
So, but Yorkie, but you can appreciate there are sometimes, because everybody's different, lasting impacts from concussions where you may not always feel the same.
For sure. The thing I heard about him was lost his confidence. Hit might have had something to do with it, sure, but just got in his own head. And a fresh start will do this guy, hopefully, a world of good. And again, looking at Chicago's team and looking at Ottawa's team, it's the same thing. If you talk to NHL forwards, and a lot of times in a practice, when you're on a team where the D aren't very good, you'll see forwards make fun of the D. Like, one of the oldest things I remember Mark Savard used to do is, if nobody could give him a pass on the tape, he'd take his glove and he'd put it on the end of his stick and he'd pretend he was open with his glove up in the air. But that's kind of similar to Chicago and San Jose. Like, they don't have great D. Like, they don't. And I'm telling you guys, you take a forward, I'm not saying this is going to happen, and you put him in a system with a Sanderson, with a Shabbat, with a Zub, with guys who can move the puck, your forwards are a lot better offensively. It's the same vice versa. Why do you think defense plays so well when you have forwards that back pressure? Because they help your D. It's a two-way street. D that can move your puck, help your forwards. Forwards to back pressure, help your D. And that's how you win. The goalie's got to play well too. That's part of it. But we'll see. It's a gamble. It's a big price. I know everyone's hearing the rumors about they were going to buy him out and they could have got him for free. I don't know what the truth is to that. You always hear things after the fact, but 2 things I do know. He has one. It's not like he's 35, 36. He's only 31. Again, you got to find players that you think can come and you can get more of, because that's until Ottawa proves that they're going to be a destination. And how do you do that? You got to win. You got to win. And Ottawa, over before you go back the last 2 years before that, under Eugene Melnyk, this team was a laughingstock. The franchise was a laughingstock. Nobody wanted to come here. It was a place where never made the playoffs. You slowly got to change that. It doesn't happen overnight, though. They made the playoffs 2 years in a row. Third year, you got to keep improving, and then you slowly start being, hey, you know what? Ottawa's a team they like to win. They treat their players good. That guy went there and had some success. That's how you do it. Like, it's, again, everybody wants things to happen right away. It doesn't happen overnight. Carolina wasn't a destination. Nobody wanted to go there. Now they do. Now Carolina is no longer on people's no trade deadline. Minnesota, complete laughingstock. Complete laughingstock. People want to go there now. You got to change the culture. How do you do that? You got to win. You got to have good leadership. It takes time. So we'll see. The Burakovsky things, it's a gamble, but we'll see. Again, I won't pass judgment until I see him come in and play. And hopefully it's the Burakovsky that played the last year. The guy was close to a point a game first half of the season. Second part, terrible. So hopefully they get the first half guy.
And I think that's a frustration for a lot of people, right? Because, like, Ottawa's cap space, like, they're a small market team. Maybe they won't spend to the cap ceiling, but, like, you're talking about two acquisitions last week where you're spending probably upwards of $7.1 million on 2 players who are, like, replacement, sub-replacement level players. I'm talking about Samuel Ersson, the goalie, and Andre Burakovsky. Yeah. And there was a good chance that Ersson was going to get not qualified as a restricted free agent, then he would hit the open market. Burakovsky, yes, the real-time salary is lower, but it's, to me, it's a move. I appreciate what Steve's trying to do. Obviously, he's going with the Carolina model. He wants 4 lines of players who can play, score, be productive, can drive the puck, can do things well. But I don't know about the fit. Yorkie and Wally, like, I don't know if this speaks to like the fact that like the trade market, they just didn't have the assets to go and get the guys. They didn't have the appetite to go and get those guys. But if this doesn't work, up until this point in Steve Staios' career here and tenure here in Ottawa, he was well regarded, due diligence, exhausts every avenue before making a decision, very calculated. If these moves, if Eklund, Burakovsky, and Ersson don't work out well, people are going to be very upset, and he's going to take some heat. He's going to take some massive heat, and deservedly so, because as I mentioned earlier in the show, Timmy and Jake are on their extensions, those cheap extensions. That's your window to win, and you can't be pissing away years.
Yeah. What if he's right?
No, then he looks brilliant. But we'll see.
I'd like. Wally and I were chatting last night while I was in the hot tub. I wasn't swimming, by the way, Wally. He's like, "You're in the pool, aren't you?" I'm like, "I can't talk in the pool and be on my phone." And come on, Wally. I don't have like an underwater phone.
Did you go in the cold tub after?
I've been cold tubbing in the morning. I would like to see if they're going to do another thing. I'd like to see them bring in another forward that plays with some jam.
But where's the roster spot and where's the money?
I know.
They don't have much money left.
Hang on.
Move a guy.
I'm sorry to everybody in your earphones.
Here. Order in the court.
Got to get some work done. So otherwise, we're into a 2-hour show. This show brought to you by Beyond the Pale Brewing Company. Great food, 2 locations. I told Graham to get to this like 20 minutes ago. He still didn't. So we're just taking over here.
All right.
250 City Center is the brewery tap room. Also a fantastic patio, which would be great to sit on today. And of course, 21 George Street in the Byward Market, where history, community, and craft beer all come together. They have fantastic beers. You can order it online as well. btpshop.ca.
The show is also fueled by Shoeless Joe's Sports Grill. New daily deals open to close Sunday through Thursday. Start with $5 buds and Bud Light 16-ounce pours every day. Sunday, it's all you can eat ribs for $32.99. Maritime Monday, fish and chips for just $10. Tuesday, a pound of jumbo wings for $10. Wednesday, grab a $10 smash burger. And Thursday, it's 2-for-1 chicken tenders for $25.99. Big flavor, cold beer, unreal value. Shoeless Joe has 2 great locations in Kempville and Orleans.
And if you're a homeowner thinking of getting a new driveway, maybe some fresh gravel, or getting your property ready to look great this summer, BEI can help. They supply quality aggregate and landscape materials at competitive prices, and they've got the equipment and experience to handle everything from small residential jobs to full driveway work. To get a quote, or learn more, visit punisherexcavating.com or call them at 613-432-1120. BEI is helping to shape the Ottawa Valley, and as always, please remember to slow down. With all those potholes all over the city, guys, I've hit like 20 of them in the last week.
Well, don't.
You can't help it; they're everywhere.
Move.
By the way, like if you hit a pothole, this is a serious question for our listeners. I heard you can you go take a picture if your rim's damaged and you call the city and they'll reimburse. Like it's a joke out there right now. It's a joke.
I don't know where you're driving, Yorkie. There isn't that. I don't have the issue.
Oh, they're all.
And by the way, my streets in Stittsville paved with gold. So
not ours. Well, by the way, I saw something on Instagram last night in Stittsville. There was like a massive block party going on. People outside slow dancing in the streets. So garage doors half open. Was this your hood?
We have
slow dancing in the streets
in
yes.
Stittsville. What? I think it's on Thursdays in Stittsville. They have it's called the patio concert series, or this concert patio series, where people who are musically inclined do shows in their driveways, and basically it becomes a block party. It's very good. So yeah.
So again,
let's take it inside. Let's take it inside, fellas.
Graham, opportunity missed. Imagine the well-wrapped coming in hot mugmobile pulling up to the Stittsville block party and open up the doors, put the big bass speakers in the back, the mugmobile's bouncing up and down. Come on, you telling you, couple grand to wrap it up. We'll be paying you dividends for years to come.
Well, maybe I'll take it out of your pay.
No, sir.
All right. So you brought it up before, is more moves. Okay. I want to do a clip of Steve Staios, then I want to get to more moves. Here is Steve on how things feel around the roster right now.
You lose a presence like Brady out of your lineup. It feels different. When you put Eklund into the lineup, we haven't seen it yet. I don't know exactly where we are, but I'm going to suggest that it's not that far off. It's different. But when you just talk about offensive output as an example, does the offensive output on Eklund match or get close to where Brady's was? So the player going out, player coming in, is it different? Of course. Like the player was very unique. And so I understand from your perspective, but when we really dig into our team, we look at it, we like the depth of our group.
Are the Ottawa Senators a better team today than they were 2 days ago?
I mean, it's hard to say because we're not at July 1st yet, right? And there's still plenty of opportunities for you to reshape this roster. But but right away, I'm not as enthused about the roster as I would be if it was Brady Tkachuk was coming back and you didn't have the negativity around him. If it was just a return of last season, I think there'd be more optimism and people would probably be looking forward to July 1st. But looking at the roster that you put up following the acquisitions of last week, it's where does a Nick Cousins fit in? Where does a Claude Giroux fit in? Do you have room for those guys to come back? Will they come back? And then we haven't even talked about the backup goaltending. And I fail to see how the goaltending is better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's going to galvanize the group a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the dressing room was a little more unhappy than people knew.
I think they know now.
I think there was, and it's not that the players didn't like Brady. From what I've heard, super generous, treats the training staff, equipment, treats everybody well. Young guys coming up, treats them like gold. All that stuff, great. But what I'm hearing now that you hear things, you always hear little things, like we were talking about the things before with the things you would hear from the fathers and things like that. Players were starting to get a little tired of it.
Explain what it is for the listeners.
Oh, I'm just going to say hockey's a very unique thing. Inside the hockey dressing room, when guys do things when you become just bigger than the team, and when things on the outside can take away from what your team is trying to accomplish, that becomes a problem. Because I'll give you an example. If somebody's saying, well, we'll take Keith Tkachuk, for example. If he's saying, well, on a podcast, and at the time you don't think a lot of it, but if somebody's saying, well, he doesn't want to be here anymore, if I'm on that team, I'm thinking, well, that's my team I'm on. If it's not good enough for him, why is it good enough for me? You know what I mean? So things like that. And I just think from what I'm hearing, I think it was time for this to happen. And I think this group, I'm not saying they're going to be a better team, but I think they're going to be highly motivated to prove a lot of people wrong. The people that are saying that they're not a good team anymore, that the loss is going to be too big to overcome, they're not going to be tough enough. And I do think they need to add something. I keep bringing up the name Mason Marchment. I would love to see a guy like that. The problem is it's going to be a lot of money, but I'd love to see that type of player coming in, some snarl, a guy that makes defense. You got to have a guy in your lineup that has the other team's defense on notice when he's on the ice, that he's going to come in and punish. You can be fast and all that, but you need those big bodies. So I'd like to see one more move. But yeah, the more I'm hearing, the more I got the picture that the dressing room needed this.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, you mentioned Mason Marchment. I just wonder, this might be revisionist history down the road, but you talk about keeping the 9th overall pick. You just overpay a guy like Mason Marchment on a short three-year deal where, the player that you drafted 9th overall is on an ELC, so the money will balance itself out, where you get 2 players
Yeah.
And then one's just making a lot of money. The other's on an entry level deal where he's not making anything. And then, we talk about drafting Canadian boards or bringing in Swedes who want to play in Canada. And it's like, I think the one lesson from all this is like, this might be the lesson we learn a couple years from now. It's like, if you want guys to stick around Ottawa, you want star players to stick around Ottawa, you have to draft them. You have to get the best, like, controllable years. And then eventually it plays itself out when they get towards the end of their RFA years.
Graham, if you win, you can get them. Like, this is a ridiculous. We keep it like nobody wanted to go to Florida. Nobody wanted to go to Carolina. You win, they want to go there. Same with Minnesota is not a beach destination.
But the problem is right now, Wally. The problem is it's like Ottawa's in its competitive windows. Like
they got nice lakes. They got nice lakes there, Wally.
10,000 lakes.
How do you get the guys? How do you get the guys who are going to move this north? Because I feel like after the moves last week, Ottawa's closer to a middle of the pack team than they are a top team.
They could.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
So they need, by the way, because I agree with you. We're trying to move on is salary. There's only $9 million ish, roughly between 9 and 10. You still have to sign Claude Giroux or if it's not him, it's somebody else. You've got to sign a backup goalie. You're running out of money.
Yeah.
Like somebody's either going to have to leave or you got to figure it out. But right now they don't have the money for Mason Marchment unless it's going to mean no Claude Giroux or somebody's off the roster.
They could sign Claude to a similar deal that he signed last year, like 2.5, I think it was. And then
100%.
Ersson slated his schedule, like he's slated to take in 1.6 on qualifying offer. So like
you need money to have down the road. If there's
if they just sign Ersson and Giroux, then they got $5 million left.
Yeah, but you're not spending up to the cap to start the season. You don't have any flexibility, and then you end up not being able to dress players because you don't have the cap space. Remember, was it like 4 years ago against Carolina? They had to sit a player opening night.
But their roster's full right now. It's like if you sign Ersson,
but that's what I'm saying, Graham. There's no spot. So if they want Mason Marchment, something has to happen.
Yeah,
Mason Marchment. Okay, if you're trying to add Mason, sorry, I misunderstood. If you want to add another good player, yeah, I understand that.
Like it's either going to be Claude Giroux or another forward. It can't be. You can't have both.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Sorry,
the thing. Because you heard people talk about this. You want to replace Brady Tkachuk, the player. Well, that player doesn't. There's maybe 2 or 3 guys in the league that play that way. They're that big, can score, have a presence, can fight. So you try and replace the production and the physicality with a couple different pieces. That's why I bring up a guy like Marchment. So it's like, okay, Brady Tkachuk's gone, but we've increased the speed and the skill by adding Eklund. And we've got some of that toughness and some of that snarl back with a Marchment. Doesn't quite fight as much, but physical. And that's my point. Like you do it kind of by adding different pieces. One thing, well, you said this earlier, when people were saying, well, how are the Sens going to be different? What are they going to do differently? When Tkachuk's on the ice, when he has the puck, it's a lot of put your back, hold guys off, bull your way to the net. The difference with Eklund, it's going to be tight turns, puck protection, speed, darting in, darting out, a totally different way of playing and getting things done. They always say the old saying, 2 ways to skin a cat, and I know people don't like that saying, but that's a couple. It's not always the same way of how you produce goals. Tkachuk does it a different way. Eklund will help with it totally, and that's what Steve means. He goes, it's going to be a total way differently of doing things, and we're going to have to wait and see. Which is, I'm fascinated to see how Eklund fits with this group because this guy is a world-class skater on his edges.
100%. Oh, by the way, we just got a comment in here. I'm just going to update our Stittsville music series.
Who's this?
Profidor? I don't know. I might say this wrong. It's Stittsville's front porch every year in June. It's a fundraiser. This year they're raising funds for Parkinson's. So
nice. Wow,
so
again,
I also
there, Wally.
I will say every second Monday at Hurley's in Stittsville, there is a group of like close to 20, maybe 17 fiddlers. They get together and they just play music. You just go in and hang out and have a beer and listen. It's fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
You look like a big fiddle guy.
I took Lisa 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. Yeah,
I thought you were
Lisa,
going to
we're
say. I thought you were going to say lessons.
No, it's awesome. It was
They
great.
doing square dancing there.
No,
The fellas?
no,
Spin
we're
your partner round and
no.
round.
Listen, we're an evolving modern suburb. Okay, moving on.
Here she
Stittsville block
goes,
parties,
goes
Yorkie.
she go. Do, 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 do.
Can we get so?
Well, you surprise me every time. Like there's like you're going to fiddle parties in Stittsville. It's sort of
like
like
a kitchen
barrels.
party.
It's sort of like bales of hay up there, and you've got like a checkered like picnic blanket button-up shirt on up to the top,
yeah.
tight Wranglers on, cowboy boots.
That's his car fair attire.
Have you ever been to the carb fair?
What? Your partner
Oh.
round and round. There she goes. Don't she
Almont has
go?
bagpipe jams. That might be next. Oh, I love a good Scotland the Brave song.
Don't you find? I always found this. Like I love Carp Fair, but it was always depressing, Graham, because you see the signs start going up in August, and you know summer's just about done when the Carp Fair signs come up.
I love September. I love the fall. Fall's my favorite time of year. It's
Yeah,
just
but
like
I need
forests.
summer first.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it'd be good. It can start at any time.
Kids are back at school, York. You can golf whenever you want. Like you know how it is. I'm already looking forward to the kids going back to school. It's day one. It's day one.
Okay, we'll get to that later. It's Ersson. Let's do Ersson because I don't understand the Sam Ersson deal. Where I know Steve said, "Hey, our guys like the deal." His numbers are awful.
Tell me how you really feel.
He's got like a winning record. I get that, but his
the worst.
So,
the
and
worst
by the way,
goals
does this
David
mean we're
above
done?
expected.
Are we done with Levi Marilainen if this is who we're bringing in?
think so.
Because
I
they're
don't
both RFAs. Are we going to be able to sign both of them to two-way deals? No.
So Ersson had the worst goal saved above expected in 24-25. Last season, he had the 5th worst. Obviously, Philadelphia was a terrible team the year before. This year, they were better. They made the postseason. Dan Vladar played unbelievable for them. He did not. They took some defensive steps forward, and he wasn't very good. And he's got an expensive qualifying offer for a guy who's been a sub-replacement goalie, with the exception of his first season, his rookie season. And I just goaltending is one of those positions in hockey, Yorkie, where there's like a finite number of positions. Like there's 32 teams, there's 64 spots. You got to be good. You have to be good. And if you're not, there's going to be someone who's ready and willing to take your place at a pretty inexpensive cost because there's so few jobs for it around the league. And I just don't. I know he deferred, right, Wally? Like I don't know if you have the clip, but like essentially Steve Staios deferred, saying Maciej Zvok was a huge proponent, the new goaltending development hire from the Senators, who's like Linus Ullmark's mentor and close friend. He was an advocate for Ersson, believing like this is a good fit. Statistically, I don't understand it at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would have brought him into camp on a PTO. I don't know how he gets signed.
And Steve Staios said last year, my biggest misstep was not getting a veteran insulating goaltender to support Linus, and it hurt Levy's development for the first half of the season because he wasn't doing well. It's for a guy who admits that his biggest misstep last season was backup goaltending. They just got like statistically one of the worst goaltenders in the league, and for a goaltender like Linus, who's never appeared in 50 or more games in a season, who's battled mental health stuff. So I just don't. This is the guy that you're using to support. It's a huge leap of faith. And I know he deferred to the new coach or new development coordinator in Maciej Zvok, but like you got to own it. Like if this goes sideways again, there's just been a series of moves made in the last week where I'm just like, I had a lot of faith and confidence in Steve Staios and his brain trust, and I still do. But the last week feels like a step in a different direction that it's confusing, and it's just a weird foreign feeling right now.
Yeah, I have no idea on Ersson what's going to happen. One thing I will say about goaltenders, I look at situations where you bring a guy in. I go back to Calgary this year. Like for me, I don't know with goalies. Like you just don't know when it's going to turn around. And with Ersson, yeah, you can look at the numbers. The numbers aren't good. Find it peculiar. you are putting this much trust in a guy that just came into the. I don't know how much input this Maché guy had into it, but to me, Justin Peters is the guy. I'm sure he had a lot to do with that. Again, we'll see. Again, goalies are tough, man. Goalies are tough. I know on paper it doesn't look good. Obviously, there's something that they've seen in this goaltender that they're saying, if he comes in here and he plays in this structure, in this format, he's going to be X amount better. That's the reasoning for it, for sure. Again, time will tell. Like, goalies is very tough to predict, man. Very tough.
Okay. Gotta move on. The show is always proudly presented to you by Bet365. This could have been a whole lot easier if you guys would have followed the script. The worst thing about hockey seasons is that at some point every year it ends. Oh, by the way, you can bet on the World Cup. Canada now taking on either the winner of today's game between Morocco and the Netherlands. They lost to Morocco in 2022 in Qatar. Maybe a little revenge game if that happens. Listen, download the Bet365 app. Get in on all the action. Must be 19 or plus or older. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If somebody you know has concerns about gambling, visit connectsontario.ca. Terms and conditions apply. Gentlemen, the reason I'm at this point is because I want to ask you about William Eklund. You can now, if you want to go to Bet365, would you? There's a bet out to score 15 or more goals on William Eklund is a minus 250. All right. To record 60 points in a regular season, William Eklund plus 230.
Wow.
He had, I think his career high is 53, 56, somewhere in there. 58.
Is the bet, is it both, Wally? He has to get to 15?
No, it's just, they're separate. You can get...
I'm taking that 15 goals all day long. To score over 15, I'll take that.
Okay, so let me put it to you another way, Yorkie. So his career high in goals is 17? Right? Yeah. Okay. There's one more bet. Will William Karlsson score 25 or more goals in a season plus 1,800, meaning if you place a $10 bet, you win $190.
William Eklund, he said Karlsson.
I'm sorry, William Eklund.
Who I'm a big William Karlsson fan. To score 25
This
goals,
is the one.
That's whoa. Well, if you're gonna take a shot at something, why not? The problem with San Jose, like they had one player, like the point discrepancy between Celebrini and the rest of the team. That's why he got MVP votes. It's crazy. Everything revolved around him. The thing about Ottawa is the two power plays both get time. So depending on what power play Eklund is on, I think he's probably who knows? Where is he going to go on that first power play? Left shot. So I know they're going to need a left shot on that power play with the way it's configured right now. If you go with Stützle, Cousins, and Batherson, the left shot, but I keep thinking that's going to be, if nothing is done, I'm looking at Ridley Gregg kind of to be your net front guy. So maybe Eklund's on your second unit. Tougher to get 25 plus when you're on the second unit, even though Ottawa does give the second unit some good looks. Yeah, this one's tough. And I take the 15. I don't know if I take the 25.
I'm gonna make the bet this afternoon. I'm gonna take the 25.
Yeah. So if you put, let's say, you swing for the fences and you throw $100 on there.
Oh no! This is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Please play responsibly.
Okay, $10 gets you what?
190.
Oh, Wally, come on, just put the 100 on there and you'll
throw 100. Yeah, get that wrap. Get that Mugmobile wrap.
That's the wrap right there.
It's like
next
$5
summer
to wrap the car.
Okay, bet 200. Just telling people, here's the way you make money, kids. Just bet.
Plus, this won't happen till the end of the year.
Next summer.
Yeah, next summer.
Well, perfect time. A whole other year.
You get the golf tournaments and everything. It's perfect.
We plan. We pump up the Mugmobile. We have an unveiling after William Eklund gets his 25 goals. It's everybody wins. Eklund gets his 25. We get the Mugmobile.
And we put the number 25 on the car. Just as a little homage.
So how do we get? It doesn't cost $5,000 to wrap.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does. It's super expensive.
We had it priced.
Well, it says the guy who spends $25 to get mugs made,
and worth every penny. So I had someone go, why do you say so much about the 15 ounces? And I'm like, well, because if you have like a Keurig or whatever, it makes you 12 ounces. So it leaves you room for your milk, and then it's got a great handle and fits comfortably in your hand. Please order online. You can go to chsens.shop.
You should sell ShamWows, Wally.
We did get some Chit Chat mugs in recently. We have 4 new Chit Chat mugs.
Okay, back to Eklund and the 25 goals.
We got to get to the draft too, by the way.
What do we need? I think it's going to, you know what? We're going to get this sponsored. So I think we're going to need 3 Gs. So how much do we have to bet to get 3,000 if Eklund scores 25?
Well, if you did 200, it would be 3,800.
All right, I'll bet 200. So we're each in.
$75.
$75 each for Eklund to get his goals, and it goes into the jar for later for our Mugmobile wrap.
Now it took me. By the way, Graham still owes me $15. It took months for Yorkie to pony up, so I don't know if we should make the bet till you pay.
Okay. So, and if we win, Wally, here's the other part to this is
I'll give you a tax receipt.
Could you imagine? I just keep saying this. Could you imagine Wally wheeling around town in a beautifully wrapped, coming in hot Mugmobile with the coffee steaming out of the top? It'd be amazing.
People would vandalize the car.
No chance. No chance. Oh. There would be droves of coming in hot protectors protecting it, making sure nobody touches it.
You could never go to Bayshore again, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Hey, listen, things that are nice and special in town, the good citizens of Ottawa protect it. I'll tell you guys a quick story here before we go. People are loving it right now. They all want the Mugmobile. A long time ago, Graham, I used to build an outdoor rink on the when I lived on the Canada Golf Course. That's my other one. But when I used to live on the 17th hole at Canada Golf Club, I used to build a rink behind the bushes, and it was slightly on golf course property, a little bit, and it was awesome. I went out and I watered it. It was perfect. And one night I went out and I found some local Canada street toughs, not really street toughs, like Canada kids, the kids that, break into cars and steal golf clubs. And they're about to vandalize my rink. And I said, as they were the kids that were snowboarding on the course all the time, and I said, listen, anything happens to this rink, see your little half pike there up on the hill there? I go, I will personally destroy that. And I go, from now on, your kids' jobs is to make sure nobody wrecks my rink. And if it's wrecked, I'm holding you 3 youngsters accountable. And you know what, Graham? They protected the rink the entire winter. And I said, and when you want to use it, you use it whenever you want to skate. It's yours too. And end of story. Everybody was happy, Wally. So like the Mugmobile, it will be safe. People will protect the Mugmobile.
I don't know. And I feel like within somehow my kids will want to borrow the car. Like, hey, I just got to run down the street.
Throw the keys.
Rip the top off. I just went to Bayshore for a sec. Boom.
Could you imagine your son going out? Hey, Dad, can I borrow the car to go downtown, out for a night? And he has the Mugmobile. What do you think?
How'd your date go? Not good. Okay. 2 more things. The draft we haven't even got to. Oh, okay. Well, 3 things. July 1 is coming. We don't have a show tomorrow because both of you are busy.
No, July 1st I can do it.
No,
I can do it. I work tomorrow.
Will you just listen? I said we don't have a show tomorrow.
Okay.
So I got to ask this question now for July 1.
Yeah. What do you got?
Is there something more happening here? Are we going to see a package move for picks and then a signing? So everybody feels like there needs to be something done here.
Yeah.
Did you find Staios and his availability the other day, a little bit defensive about the ads up front? It makes me feel like they are done the way he defended everything. And he talks about shiny new toys and everything else. I kind of feel like they're done up front with the exception of adding a Giroux or Nick Cousins who he expressed interest in bringing back. I don't see anything massive happening, and they don't have cap space.
So they got to move somebody. That's the thing. You're going to have to package something to move.
Yeah, but unless you move Fabian Zetterlund.
Well, it does. But you could be into and just people. You could be moving Ridley Gregg. You could be, and we haven't talked about Jordan Spence being signed. For the love of God, you could move lots of different people. Well, anything is possible if you're trying to make your roster better. So it just feels like if you're going to try and make a splash, you're going to have to move something out. And it could even happen today. Like there could be like a trade, a sign and trade done as pending free agent today. Like something could happen. I feel like they got to do something. This roster doesn't excite. There's not one fan out. Well, I don't hear very many people going, God, I can't wait for the start of this season. Let's go. There's no excitement in this group.
No, that's the Tkachuk, the whole Tkachuk thing just kind of took the wind out of people's sails. But hey, listen,
I almost feel the opposite, York. I feel like people were actually happy. Like many people were happy. Like, it was that moment, that galvanizing moment where it's like, okay, now this is an actual like team.
Yeah. People are better.
The guy who's focused on his brand. But like, I just feel like the moves last week, there's just like a bit of a disconnect between what the organization has done historically and the moves that they made this past week.
I'm still bullish that Ottawa's got one of the best young center ice crews in the NHL. When you look at age, where they're at, you still got Stützle, you still have Cousins, you've got Pinto. Like that's a pretty good lineup of your most important position on the team besides the goaltender. And Allmark was good last year in the playoffs. Who knows? Again, to me, that's something nobody really talks about. Like I still have concerns about Allmark over a long season, especially what was done. That's a whole other conversation. But all I can go on is how he played in the playoffs last year, and he played really well. And they've got Jake Sanderson. This guy's a top 5 defenseman in the NHL. That's how good he is. And they've got Shabbat, and they've got Zub. I know we haven't talked about the Spence thing. We can, I guess, talk about that next show. But he was getting that, he was getting that money regardless what. Like he had his arbitration. His arbitration case was so strong. His agent, Peter McTavish, from what I'm hearing, like that was a home run arbitration case to what his comparables were around the league. That's just the cost of doing business now. $5 million.
I don't think it's that bad a deal.
No, it's not. It is what he had a good year. Like you got to give him credit. Like he came in, and when they needed him, he played well. So he did some good things. Do I still think if he's going to be in your bottom pairing? I don't love it, but at the end of the day, he was getting paid no matter what. So you move forward, you do it. And hey, listen, you got to give credit when a player plays well. And he played well last year.
Similar contract to what Sam Malinsky signed in Colorado, like similar size player, elevated role. Like he played with Devin Taves a lot last year. Just similar player, similar money, and similar age. So that's kind of where he's at. And they slotted him in. And I think he's a good fit. I know you have apprehensions about him on the third pairing for a while, Yorkie, but like the contract's only going to look better with age, like with inflation cap and everything else. It's only going to get better with age. And like, he's just effective. He's a good two-way effective guy. He's not the biggest guy, but like the defensive metrics speak for themselves. He defends well.
You need players to get you to the postseason. And then you have your postseason guys. The only thing with him, and I'll compare him to Malinsky. Malinsky struggled when it got heavy in the playoffs. And I thought the last couple games against Carolina, you saw it's just a grind. It's so tough in the playoffs. And that's where you've got a guy. But in saying that, like, you can still, we'll see. He's still a young guy too. People forget that. Jordan Spence is not an old player. He's a young guy that's still getting better. He's competitive. He has to when he defends, it has to be perfect. Body position has to be perfect. Stick position has to be perfect. Because if it's not, you're getting beat because you just don't have the size to get in the way. But yeah, he was getting paid no matter what. But we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised, Wally, to your question earlier, if something gets done, another little move gets done in July. Like there was rumors about Zach Whitecloud in Calgary, who I know the Sens coveted, right shot D, really good, stable, solid guy. Calgary's made some moves. There's other teams as well that could be a few more tweaks depending on what the appetite is with other teams, what Ottawa can do with money coming in and out. So we'll see. July's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Quick question, because there was a lot of like Pavel Dorofeev.
Yeah.
I'm not going to you for name pronunciations.
I know
Dorofeev, yeah. He loves Vegas. You got to trust him on the Vegas stuff.
JJ Peterka and who's the I'm missing
Mason McTavish. McTavish was the other one. Kyrie got moved as well.
Molina wants to know if you would pay $11 million to Dorofeev.
No.
He wouldn't have wanted to come to Ottawa. Like it's like Jason Robertson.
Stop on this. Just answer the question of whether you pay him or not.
Yeah.
I didn't say is he coming.
He would have been
here.
great with Timmy, but I think like people have to recognize though.
Graham,
this
stop.
is a shiny new toy.
Stop. Just stop on the nonsense. You don't know whether he would come or not. Just answer the question. Would you pay him $11 million or not?
Yeah, no. Probably. That's the market. That's the market for a guy who scored multiple 30 goals.
Like, so I would have paid him $11 million. That's the market. That would have been the splash.
Like he can skate, he can finish.
Good size.
Yeah. I think he's kind of, they call him, his nickname is Scorofiev. Everything he touches goes in.
He looks great.
Yeah. He's got a great shot, great release, not the fastest of skaters, can one-time anything. I don't know. For me, I'm not paying a guy $11 million. That's kind of one-dimensional. Like if he's, I know, for me, it's too much.
But that's the game, right? Danny Heatley was.
They just gave $5.5 million to Burakovsky, who's one-dimensional. Like he's not a great two-way guy.
I know. So it's 1 year. It's only 1 year though, Graham.
No, it is for sure. But
it's only 1 year. Like you're married to that contract for a long time. I know that's just me. I watched him a lot. I don't love his skating. I don't love how he plays in the D zone, but he can shoot the puck. I do agree with that. Like you want a guy that can score, he can do that. I wouldn't do it, Wally.
Yorkie, you were talking about the blue line before the Dorofeev question. The one thing I have a lot of optimism for this year is like Ottawa trotted out Nick Jensen, an ineffective Nick Jensen, for like 2/3 of the season last year.
Yep.
They're replacing him probably with his minutes with Jordan Spence. You had a Carter Yakimchuk. You had a Nick Matenpalo. Like Nick Jensen was a sub-replacement level defenseman last year. They're going to get gains. And you talk about Jake Sanderson taking a step forward. You talk about Tyler Clevin, who we haven't mentioned. I feel like he's due. I feel like he's due just between his confidence and everything that he does well. I think he's due for a massive step. I think the blue line is where this team could take a real massive step forward. And they were already a very good defensive team anyway. So that's what's got me excited for this coming season.
Yeah. I still like Matenpalo too, guys. I still like Matenpalo. He's big, great shot, moves well. Just would like to see him get a little meaner, a little more snarl. You got that big body. Just, punch a few guys in the head, cross-check a few guys for Wally to make him happy. He'll smile on his face.
He's too nice.
He's friendly.
He's finished. He's got some anger in there. 100%. Yeah. One last thing before we go, Yorkie, I just want to, do you know, show and tell time, I have commandeered a Jason York jersey.
Where'd you get that?
That's sources.
So
the reason is, Yorkie, we're giving it away, and we're going to do, remember I said like a week ago or so ago, I bought a Chris Neal golf package. Yeah, we're going to auction this off. Jake, we're going to put you in it. So you and Chris Neal. So the details aren't finalized yet. We should have it tomorrow. Hopefully we're going to start working with the Sens Foundation. I think they can run it through their website. We're going to be able to play with Nealer and Yorkie at the Marshes. Plus you get both a Neal and a Yorkie signed jersey, and you'll get a true stick that can be signed if you want it, or you can just keep it to play with. All that's going to be happening. So all the proceeds will go to the Sens Foundation.
Oh, I had a good head of hair there, Wally. Nice pick, by the way.
I had to doctor it.
That'll be fun. This will be fun. This will be a good time. Marshes, nice golf course.
Yeah.
Nealer will be dressed in his Sens golf shoes, Sens shirt, Sens hat.
He'll have
Are
great
you gonna document? Would you document the whole thing, Wally?
So if they'll give me a cart, I will go. I got to talk to them. I haven't discussed it.
Yeah. Just
come with my car. Nealer wants me around.
Yeah, drive with me. I like to walk, Wally. I don't like sitting and standing.
Well, you get power carts. I
know. Well, I like to walk.
Okay. We'll see. So anyway,
you can ride in the cart.
So keep that in mind. It'll be on our socials, but there will be a quick auction for this to see who wants to go golf with Chris Neal and Jason York. Both very good golfers.
Let's be honest here, Yorkie. Wally just wants to swing his gavel.
Yeah.
I know how you operate, Wally.
All right, we'll see. I think we're back if there's some big news on the 1st in the afternoon, and then we'll be back Thursday morning for sure when Yorkie's available.
Yep. See you, boys.
See you, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.